Alright, welcome back to the second part of the games with our Feln mid-range or control deck, depending on how you want to look at it. Time to find more opponents. Currently 3-1. Lost one game where we mulliganed from a super weak 4 power hand into an even worse version with 5 power. This is a solid keep, I would say. Yeah, but other than that, the deck performed pretty admirably, and even when we drew like 8 or 9 power, the deck managed to defeat the opponents just due to having powerful enough cards. And yeah, I'd rather draw a couple powers extra and make sure that I can cast the powerful cards in my deck and let them win me the game, rather than be scared of flooding a bit and end up losing because I have all the powerful cards stuck in my hand and can't cast them because they're too expensive, and I'm stuck on 5 with all the 6 power bombs in my hand. Destroyer is fine here. We have Polymorph to kind of protect it from a blocker that would eat it without trading. Opponent is taking his time. I mean, I could even consider trading here, just to be safe. And we have Torrent, so I'd actually do that. I think that's actually a nice option. I mean, if he has a trick, that's fine, result rate with the trick. It's better than our Xeno Destroyer in the long run ending up getting eaten by like a bigger blocker. So there's that. Gerald's Frostkin and some damage and pass. Yeah, this hand is not great, but we have a lot of great late game cards to draw into, and we have a good spell to power ratio. Gonna kill that little guy and then I think transform this guy, because a 5/3 quick draw is actually quite awkward. And then I think I'll just attack with this guy and offer to trade here. Since we are not looking for race, we're just looking to trade and live long enough for our bombs to win the game. We have only 1 unit, so need 2 more units for double spider. Ah, that's good. No attack. That's weird. I guess I'm willing to offer the trade. It's fine. Just want to get to 2 spiders and draw something meaningful off the top, like this guy. That's what I'm looking for. Sapphire Dragon number 1. And yeah, now we can basically just jump here and make 2 spiders. Spiders are pretty good against Field Captain, and our Sapphire Dragon can just start racing in the air. Block. And question is, do I want to block here? I mean, everything that he has trades 2 for 1, which is kind of good for us, but maybe better to not block because he probably has no good way of dealing with this guy. And this is not gonna race that guy, and this is gonna prevent racing on the ground, so I think I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna block. Just basically like the situation before. Might have a torch or something. Make some spiders. Now we even have a way to prevent this flyer from racing us. So the question is, do we give flying to the 2-1 or to a spider? I actually think to a spider, because if he has a trick, I'd rather block the 2-2 flyer with a spider. Plan is basically block here, and block here. That's fine. More field captain. If he has a finest hour, that's fine. He'll take 1 damage and lose 2 cards, that's alright. We can trade with the 2 field captains. Yep, there's the finest hour. That's alright. Oh, that's pretty good. Actually. Like, brutal. This might actually cost us the game. Because of this grenade in, we can't even threaten the weapon. Yeah. That's terrible. We're just gonna lose now. That escalated quickly. Whoa. Yep. That was impressive. Yeah, field captain can get out of hand. The right situation. Alright. 3-2. No more losses, please. Another redraw. That's solid. I actually might wanna add one of the unblockable weapons again, because the destroyers are just pretty awkward otherwise. And we keep drawing them all the time without like ways to protect them. So yeah, clearly you wanna trade with this guy as soon as possible if you have not a million ways to guarantee for it to not just get eaten for free, like I did earlier. I mean, it's still a good trade if you trade like a 3-3 for 3 with a 3-3 for 3 and gain 3 life in the process. So nothing wrong with that. The Frostkins help a bit in enabling our destroyer for a while. But once again, I'm gonna trade if he offers it. For the mentioned reasons, because Frostkin can only enable it for so long and then eventually it just runs into a brick wall and dies. So much for trading. But that's okay, we gain some life back on the backswing, and he's probably gonna have to trade the guerrilla fighter. So that's the interesting question basically. Do we wanna like lock down this guy and not make him trade? Actually, I think we kind of want it, because we are in a pretty good race setup right now. And have a couple of things to make sure this destroyer is not gonna run himself to death anytime soon. Between another Frostkin, the polymorph, and Snowball helping to finish off a 4 health unit. Plus him maybe just being forced to trade next turn anyway. That's ambitious, but I'll take it. That's like great for us, basically. That is annoying, but manageable. since fortunately enough we have this guy. And then we still have Polymorph, Snowball, among others. We are still doing better in the race than he is, so it's all good. Now he's probably gonna exhaust this guy. Then we offer the trade, and if he doesn't take it, we polymorph. Static Bolt is a nice draw here. I think just gonna attack with everything. One damage short of killing him even, if he doesn't block, but... If it doesn't block, we basically just have to make sure that we don't die next turn. Interesting that he blocks this way. I think the best thing we probably can do is play this guy and probably nothing else. That was actually a bit risky, because if he has a removal here, he could just exactly deal us 12. Should have probably static bolted this guy just to be sure. But now we have a better chance at finishing the game next turn. But yeah, I was a bit greedy. Gave him an opening there in a game that we are more likely to win than him. So yeah, don't play it the way I did. Static bolt the 2/2 just to be safe against like a removal or a bounce or something. You never know what's coming. Yeah, now he's just dead. Yep. There we go. Okay, 4-2. Off we go. Two power is not enough in an opening hand, especially not a more clunky one. Redraw time. Not a good redraw, but this might help us a bit to find the power drops we need. That helps. Now we can at least cast these two, and probably should get 2/4, 1/4 to play this guy as well. And there's our second blue as well, and the force power for Soaring Stranger. That is definitely helpful, but for now we have no play. Let's see if we can pull off a 7-2 or maybe at least a 6-3. Deck is just lacking a bit in the early game, but other than that it's pretty good, I'd say. No blocks. This might eat a polymorph eventually, but probably not next turn, because think I'd rather play this guy first to get on the board and stop the 1-3 from swinging. Plus, if he doesn't have a power, I'm happy to trade with the student. I might even double block here if he can't have a trick. We'll see. And even if he has a trick, it's okay-ish. He doesn't have a trick and he doesn't even want to bluff one. That's good for us. So unfortunate that this got the Warcry trigger. Would be a perfect snowball target. But oh well. I think this guy can actually attack and start racing. Given that we have the Sapphire Dragon next turn, worst we're gonna take like 2 damage from this, and then the dragon is gonna stall it for another turn. And we have the potential double block on this guy again on the ground, and the existence of Hurler discourages the grunt from trying anything stupid. That's good. Time to polymorph, I guess. Soonish, at least. Yeah, I'll cash in the guy here. Why not? Might as well. While I kind of would like to play the dragon here, I think it's time to polymorph, because this just generates too much pressure. Safe return is not ideal, but okay. And I think do I want to give him that one Warcry trigger to deal 3 more damage? He goes to 15 to 10, then we have the flyers. This way he goes to 18, then to 13, and then the flyers are not enough to kill him. Yeah, I think it's probably fine to give him that one Warcry trigger. He might not even draw the card that gets the Warcry trigger in time for it to be relevant, or might not play it because he has better plays. So I think that's fine. We don't even take the damage because we can just block. And it's in our interest to end the game quickly before this 7/7 pressures us so much that we need to start jump blocking it. We really don't want to. Sapphire Drake and yeah, I think I'll offer the trade because he's getting to 8 slowly, and don't want this to turn into a 6/6 to give us some trouble. That is okay, we have the snowball to finish it. And as expected, he went for this block. Now we can finish it off. Ooh, he got the Warcry on an Echo card, most likely. This might be +2/+2 daggers. We'll see. Or 6/5 sauropods. I hope it's daggers. Yeah, daggers is less bad. It's not great, but it's less bad. And he's out of cards, so yeah. We are in the position to win this race currently. Just attack with everything and finish this guy off. Gain some life, get out of reach of everything, and he needs to stop both flyers, which he probably can't with one draw step. good game. And yeah, the more aggressive attack there definitely rewarded us, because otherwise he potentially can draw an out to kill the 6-4. Then we need 2 more attacks and we might just not get them against his student. Alright, 5-2 it is. Two more games to go at max, so no third video again. So I guess maybe I could have played one more game in the first half of the videos and start this half one video later, but I'll never know how it goes. I usually cut after like 4 games in the first video, so they don't get too long. Then again, the second one is getting a bit lengthy this time. Mind's Desire, probably someone that played Magic at some point. It's a pretty good hand. Keep it. Some early removal. 3 out of 4 power we need and 2 solid 4-drops. And 2 flexible removal. 1 for an early drop and 1 for a higher impact unit. Probably not that one though. Nice. Now we already have a way to win, we just need to survive. And we also have the force power for our stranger. No blocks or removal. And we also have the triple blue for the dragon. So I'd say let the stranger soar, including his, but not particularly relevant given that we have a bigger blocker. And if we don't anymore, this guy isn't flying anymore either, so nobody cares. I mean, I could attack here and see if he like is willing to block. I think this is fine and no attack. Just leave Annihilate open. I mean, I could Static Bolt here, but this would give 1 attack to this guy and rather hold back the Static Bolt for something more meaningful. Right now it's not really worth it. He's not attacking even. Nice. Gonna kill it and offer him the 2-for-1 if he wants to take it. And Impending Doom into double Thunderstrike Dragon should seal this game no matter what he has. So this game should be over in no time. That's good, but probably not good enough. Exhaust this guy, and in they come, I think. Yeah, I think. Now I offer him the 2-for-1 on this guy as well. He's not even taking it. This is ridiculously greedy. I mean, how is he expecting to win this game? It's not like he can harsh rule next turn. See, this is what I mean, like we play 19 power and all we want is like that 6 power and we're still not getting it. Of course it's not a big deal right now because we're doing well enough, but it would be a big deal if we would do worse than we are doing. And as you saw in the earlier games, these cards just do so much if you can reliably cast them early enough that it doesn't matter if you draw that extra power or not, but it might matter that you don't draw it. And finish that guy off. But yeah, ending this game is just a formality. And then... sorry. And then we have to beat the final boss, basically. Yeah, I think this is a better attack. Not offering him the trade on the Doom. No. Just want to give this guy flying. So that he can't stall it on the ground. And yeah, now we have 2 flyers again. Both straight with his flyer. And once we draw a 6 power, we can unleash the beasts. But didn't even need to. Impending Doom was enough. Didn't need the other 2 5/5 flyers. Alright, let's beat the final boss. Would be sweet if my second draft video also ends up with 7 wins. Bit underwhelming. Gonna redraw. Alright, this hand was a bit so-so, but thanks to the 3rd power it got a lot better, because now we have wisdom to draw into the 4th, 5th and 6th power on time, most likely. Not gonna waste our Annihilate on this guy. I think I'd rather Wisdom to hit 4 for this guy for sure than play her and trade here and waste the flying giving. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass here. Plus we can Annihilate if we really have to and he drops something big. He doesn't even have a play, which is great. There you have 19 powers with 2 extra cards, not even hitting the 4th power. And as you see, our screw did not really lose us the games, except the one where we redrew into 5 power and kept drawing even more power. But this screw might cost us the final match, final game. This is getting ridiculous. Guess we play this guy to double block here. And also, hopefully, finally find power. Oh, he doesn't want to trade, that's good. And we even found power and managed to not trade our stranger, so in he comes. And now this game should probably go our way fairly safely. Because we both stumbled a bit and our deck is just so powerful that from here on the rest is just history. I think I'll just block here to find more power drops and save some life. Alright, so I think killing this guy and putting a weapon on here is a solid plan. Given that we can now Sapphire Dragon next turn, or like Frostkin plus Lightning Strike if we want to. That looks like a Frostkin turn. And Lightning Strike the False Prince. And then we're not gonna block and win in the air if he doesn't have a flyer. Thanks to Cobalt Acolyte that we didn't waste earlier. Okay. Winning in the air is not enough anymore. So Sapphire Dragon it probably is next turn. No blocks. And attack in the air because we're not really at danger of dying on the ground. Mark my sloppiness of casting the dragon before I attack. You should not do that. Always better to have open power that is potentially threatening to the opponent rather than show him already what your plan is post-combat, since the dragon doesn't have to be in play for combat anyway. Okay, no blocks. Think against that color combination. We can safely not trump block here. Gives us another flyer if he has a removal, thanks to the Acolyte. And that should be the win. Nice, another 7-win draft. Sweet, and even with Feln, a combination that I'm not particularly excited about, but we got all the goods shipped and opened 2 powerful bombs, 2 powerful rares. That helps a lot. Almost gold again, that's nice. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this draft and like the last one. As usual, give me your feedback in the comments if you think there's stuff that I should or could have done differently and how and why. I also want to quickly say I cracked my first 100 subscribers just last night, and want to thank everyone for their support. Really grateful. This has been a nice journey so far and it has just begun, so there will be a lot more content coming, and I hope the subscribers keep growing, number of subscribers keep growing, so I can continue doing this because I'm really enjoying it. And as usual, if you enjoyed this, found it helpful and or informative, please like and subscribe and follow me on social media for future contents and updates. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.